Welcome, chess students. This is your chess teacher Ben Corcoran here with your actual chess homework. So we're gonna go through the 6 problems of attacking the king. So as we know, in order to attack the king, you have to have multiple different advantages. Um, one of them is you could have your pieces being very mobile. Um, They're all developed towards the attack. For example, we have a lot of these pieces here. The rook, the queen, the two bishops, and potentially another rook, all kind of aiming towards the king side. So, and then the potential could just slide not that far, but slide over here and also aim that way too. So you have a lot of potential mobility aiming at the king side. So your pieces have to be working good for you. You could be having a lot of space. Um, Also, there's a lot of other advantages too, like maybe there's weak squares, uh, weak pawns, and maybe the king's exposed in a little bit. Just anything you can do, just using everything you have just to attack the king and maybe either getting a mate or winning major material. Uh, okay, and plus if you start attacking the king and you pose enough threats, but they start to retreat, and I don't know, you can pick up other advantages. You can always fall back onto something else. You always have to have like a plan B. So when you're attacking a king, remember that sometimes you're gonna end up having another plan. Like maybe you're trying to attack the king so much, and the queen decides to jump in, try to protect her king, but now she falls victim to being attacked, and she's gonna be lost. Or maybe you found other weaknesses in the enemy camp, and those are just too good to pass up. You might as well just go for that. So there's multiple strategies you can go for after trying to attack the king. So if you're not successful, you're gonna have something else. So okay, here's the first problem. So sorry for rambling on too much, and give yourself remember you can pause your video, give yourself a minute to 5, and then hit resume when you're ready. Or if you think you already know it, just then don't pause it when I tell you to pause. But this is the first problem. It is white to move. So you may go ahead and pause your video. So go ahead and pause your video right now. Okay, I assume you came back, and now we're trying to see what is the move for white here. Well, right now we got our pieces really mobile towards the king side. So we got a lot of pieces aiming at the king side, and we got one of our own pawns, participating in attack. We got the queen and rook, so something has to give. A lot of times, what's a very good successful king side or a king attack is you know, sacrificing. That's one way, or opening up the position is another way. But if you can do both, that's just fantastic. So first move here is we're going to use this bishop and sacrifice it against that pawn. Now, multiple things could happen. Um, like for example, if he's gonna take your bishop, you can bring this rook in right away. So if this pawn takes this bishop, well, you can bring this rook up here, and sooner or later you're gonna think about coming over here with that rook, just to add more pressure on the G file against the king. So, but probably the best move is just the king takes, and he's gonna survive a while. But now we have a discovered check here, and the king has to run. So, uh, As long as he doesn't stay on the H file, he's going to survive longer. So he goes to H file, he's going to get crushed very quickly. So he goes to F file right now. Otherwise, right away we get the queen and just really coming in quickly. Okay, so now after that move, what would happen is now we're going to just throw our rooks in there. You know, he's kind of like running away. We want to remove the defender. He's defending his queen, and we're trying to attack it in any way possible. So we have to first aim for the square with the rook. Remove the king to this way so we can get the queen. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to give it check. He's going to take, and now we just take with our queens. Too much doesn't really matter what really happens here. We got a good opportunity of attacking the king, and he can fall down very quickly if he doesn't make the correct moves. Correct moves will make him survive longer, but we got a dangerous threat with his pawns, queens, controlling his diagonal, ready for other checks. We're going to lose this bishop sooner or later, but we can use this rook to slide either here or here to participate in the attack. So white is pretty strong here. So okay, you guys ready for number 2? Okay, always the first example. I might talk more than anything else. Okay, here's the next one. So this one is white to move. Now we're trying to look at this, and a lot of times it could just be multiple factors that help you be attacking the king and be very successful for it. Here's the one move that's just really crazy for white that just helps bring the king into the, or helps attack the king. I'm not going to give you much hints here, so it might be a piece sacrifice. You might have it on your quiz sheet. So, okay, white to move. Pause your video. Okay, assume you're back. You ready for the first move? We're gonna take this Omega Knight and sacrifice it. So we're gonna sacrifice our knight. Now, almost anything could happen. Anything could happen. And so we're just really exposing the king right now, and white has to be very careful. And I'm not going to go into the main line, but bishop c8 would be one of the good moves to play right now. So ignoring the pawn or the knight sacrifice. But let's just say that the king decides to take. Well, he's in trouble. He's going to get mated very quickly. For example, the queen's going to come right here and check the king. Check. Why can't the knight come? Because the bishop is pinning it. Uh-oh. So now the king has to go to h8. Now we have to play bishop takes f6 check. Bishop takes f6. Queen to, or now we got a really weak square right here. And there's no stopping. Placing queen here and just attacking for the mate. So hopefully you can see that. Nope. What are they gonna do? Bishop could take here, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be checkmate. So okay. You guys ready for puzzle number 3? Okay. 2 down, 4 to go. Okay. Here it's white to move. It's just very, very crazy stuff happens here. So go ahead and pause your it's white to move, so think of something crazy, think of a sacrifice, and a lot of these are just sacrifices, so those are very good king attacks, but you have to really calculate and make sure that you know the moves make sense. You don't want to just throw your pieces out to the wind unless you see all the moves that prevent stuff. Okay, white to move. Pause your video. Okay, so I see that you're back now. Let's get on with this exciting part. First, we're going to sacrifice this rook against the bishop. Otherwise, the bishops could be able to move to this very critical square and stop the checkmate threats that we could bring in with everybody. So, okay. So, we're going to take the bishop. Now, queen takes back. But now, can we just sacrifice another piece? Yes. We can bring this bishop here because we know this queen can get back here. Why not potentially maybe block this square with the rook by moving our bishop here and to attack the rook, and then we're going to see which way the rook will go, right? And then it's going to give us better chances to actually attack. So bishop to b5. Now, let's see here. He could play bishop b7 and sacrifice his own bishop. Why not? And then, who knows what white's going to play. We have just potential threats of just coming in to attack the king. So, yeah, that's problem number 3. Just some examples of getting yourself a nice threat, nice lead, and attacking, and should be just game over and a quick win for you. So, okay, problem number 4. What's with this? It is white, or not white to move, but black to move. Okay. It is black to move. He has to think of a strong move. So, okay. Pause your video, and it's black to move. Okay, pause your video. Okay, I assume you're back. The move is we're going to use this pawn because we're trying to attack the king here. We got our 2 knights already towards the king side. They can jump their way down there. Potentially this pawn can get pushed and we can lead this bishop out. This bishop could maybe come here or something like that. But it's in the attacking side at least. The king could castle this side if he wants. Bring this rook all the way here if he wants, or bring this one here and just start attacking. Black is very mobile in his attack, so he's going to probably push the pawn first. You know, and just maybe later on, even if he gets a chance, he's going to push the other pawn to open the king up, and then he's going to start having attacking chances. So, first move, we're going to move g4 with black here. Now, white has some options to keep it, you know, as a draw and just even. For example, he can just play knight e5 and it should be a normal drawish game for a while, or just even, not drawish, but even game. So, and a lot of excitement still to come. But instead, if he plays d2, if he runs away from the critical moment, he is not doing anything with the e5 square, so that means we can push without worrying about this pawn. And we can make threats of exchanging and stuff. So this pawn is going to be under attack very soon. That's what the plan is for black. Okay. Number 5. Now I've been talking for a while. Who knows how long? Okay, this is white to move. This should be very simple. So it is white to move. This is also known as the Greek gift. So pause your video. Okay, I assume that you are back. So first move is we're taking this bishop and ramming it. Just break open, you know, the wall and start attacking the king. So bam, check. The king's like, I don't know. I'll just take, right? but you gotta watch out for this big bad knight here jumping right here for the check, right? So what is the king gonna do? If he moves here, well then this queen is gonna come here and bam, it should be checkmate, or even worse, depending on what the king does. If he decides to come here, then it's gonna just be very tactical. So let's look for what if he comes here. Now we just have a very strong move. Well, actually, this could be made pretty quickly, I guess. Because one idea is to jump right here with the queen, and it could stir tactical threats easily, right? I mean, if black is not careful, he's gonna get in big trouble. For example, it plays f6. You can play here check, and just a lot of things could happen. Who knows? Maybe I'm just not playing this correctly or don't have the exact setup, but if he comes out, he could get mated pretty quickly too. He's just really exposed. So, plus our bishop protects right now, so maybe it's not a bad thing to bring a queen out. Okay, so we just played a Greek skiff to bring the king out and make him very unsafe. Okay. And let's see here. This is the last one, so a very simple tactic, black to move. Do you see it? Pause your video. Okay, I guess you're back. So here is the final move. With black to move here, it should be a very simple idea of attacking the king, trying to get him exposed. And actually, the hint is you can win a pawn here. What is the move? Bishop takes. Okay. So you win a pawn here, and that should just be your answer. Why you can't take? Because this queen is pinning the piece. So that should do it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.